Hello, Pete here. Welcome to my vlog. Today we are going to be looking how to use stencil paper with framelit circles. It's a pretty cool technique. Let's have a look at it. So here we are. Here's the machine, ready to go. I'll unroll that, and I'm cutting a framelits, using a framelits die. So I'm working on the top level of our platform, sandwich between the two cutting plates, and simply wind it through. And that's the only cut that we're going to do today. So I shall take my machine, place it over there. Now, I'm using stencil film. This is the Sizzix stencil film. You can see I've cut out a circle and I've got the positive and the negative. So I'm going to be using both. And for that I'll bring in my craft mat. This is very important to save getting that ink on your work surface. Now, what I'll need to do when I'm inking through these stencils or over a mask, I need to apply just a little bit of removable spray adhesive. This is not permanent spray adhesive, but it just helps seal around the edges so you get a nice tight seal. Not so important with distress inks, but very important if you're using acrylics. Now, you probably hear in the background, I'm just spraying into a cardboard box with the adhesive. Incidentally, in case you wanted to know, the one I'm using is Spray Mount by 3M, pretty much industry standard, repositionable adhesive. So, first thing I want to do is place. I want to get a shadow. What we're gonna do here, in case you're wondering what's going on, is to create a water droplet effect, or a raindrop, if you will. So there's my stencil. Now this is the mask. This is the positive element, and I'm placing that there like so. Just using fingertip pressure to make sure that that's in place. Now you'll see that we're left with this crescent, and that's where I want to start inking. So I'm using two colors, black soot and weathered wood. Now the weathered wood, I'm just going to use over, or rather through, the gap left there. That's my crescent. Now the black soot, I just want to come at the edges. So we want to get a truly three-dimensional effect. It's a wonderful effect. It's really cool. Now, you'll notice I'll take that away. And there's my shadow. Pretty cool. So, next thing, I'll take my stencil and I'll get it just so. Right, so my crescent is now underneath the stencil, so that's completely covered. I'll take my weathered wood again and I'll come in from the top and I'll work about halfway down. Of course, I'm moving it about, I want the intensity of the colour to be at the top because I want a gradation. I want it going from dark to light. So there we are, that's the weathered wood, coming with a little bit of black soot now, and we'll go across the top. Thus. Now that's it for my dark inks. Next, we're bringing in, I'm using Adirondack Snowcap pigment ink. This is a white ink. This is my preferred ink, white ink, I suppose. There are others. So I've got a bit of sponge. You can use a makeup sponge. You can use any sponge that you've got to hand, really, because with this I'm going to be applying the white from the base. You can't see what's going on, really. You're going to have to trust to luck with this, but once it's taken away, once this stencil's taken away, you'll see the difference. You'll see what's going on. So let's get a bit more of the ink. You can see it's quite a subtle effect. It's not super strong. It's not absolutely 100% opaque, which is fine. There we have it. So, one last thing. I want to put a highlight in now. So remember my original circle mask? I'm going to take a hole punch, pop a hole near the top and put that in place. And I want my highlight to come at the top of the circle. And with that in place, I'm just going to apply some more white ink through there, like so. Now, taking my die pick, I shall lift that away. And then when I peel away the stencil, there we have it. Now, I think it's a pretty neat effect. Truly, it really does look 3D. And here's a card that I made earlier. And I fell for you like raindrops. What a wonderful sentiment. You can see I've used lots of different sizes of circles with this. Now, don't just be restricted to circles, because here's one I did earlier with a star. And you can see where I've masked, where I put the mask over the star, I was able to rub a stamp. And the stamp effect looks like it's underneath the star. What I actually did was masked out the star and then stamped over the top. And finally, the same technique, but this time using a heart. We masked and we stamped. That's a lovely little effect. So thanks for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed that. Pretty neat technique, as I'm sure you'll agree. If you want more inspiration or you want to find out more about the products, then go to sizzix.co.uk. Thanks for watching. Bye.